Okay, here today, what we'll talk about is focus and see whether I can get my thoughts on focus over to you. Now, there's so much that I could tell you, so much information, but let's face it, you've all got so much to learn, me included. But there are things that I've been through that have taught me certain things. There's information that I've read, there's things that I've learned, and deep beneath all of that, there's my knowledge that some of the things that I have found out and applied in my own life work. So I'll pass them across and see if they can work for other people. Change one, change more, change all. You could look through your day, and how can I put it now? Put it in a simple way so that you can't miss it. It's your focus. Now, focus is a very simple thing, and it can be taken away. Let's say that you are thinking of something to do, and you're thinking of doing it, you're thinking of how you're going to do it, and you're trying to picture what will happen. And the only way you're really able to do this is by picturing yourself doing it. And then let's say there's someone who you care about, who tells you something, and let's put it all positive. They say, you could really be good at that. I can see you having no problem at all. Now, your mind, if you are really strong with your focus, will take it and move on. However, your mind might hear a word and all of a sudden do what the mind does. Look at that word and try and bring you into conscious knowledge of what that word means. The word problem. Now, that word, even saying it for me is hard. But I know why. And the reason why is because my mind immediately says, okay, how can I explain problem to you? All right, I've got to look at things in our past that you saw as a problem. Things you watched, things you saw, and the biggest ones, things that you actually went through. And all of a sudden, I'm bringing up those feelings of how it felt when that happened. If your mind goes there, your mind has lost a bit of the focus that you want it to have, which is focus on the thing that you're about to do and how are you going to do it. Now, you might think that this is just a little bit simple, or this is something that you do, but you're trying to deceive yourself. The truth is, what you're doing is forcing yourself to think good words, think good thoughts, say good words, because you know how it's going to affect you. You know how it's going to make you feel. So instead of saying the word problem, I tend to say there's a need. So if it's something that isn't really big, I'll see it as a want. And that way, I'm not giving my mind too much tension. Now, I know your mind might look and say, oh, there's lots of things that I need, and I remember needing this and not getting it, and how that felt, and there's lots of things that I want. I remember wanting stuff so much, and then not getting it makes me feel bad. But what you need to do is find your own words, or be ready to answer your mind when it says, we've been doing this for ages. Why are you changing now? Because that's what it comes down to. Focus is always something that your mind is checking on and trying to protect you or push you into doing it, because that's another way of protecting you. Although it might be a good or a bad thing, your mind never really knows. You are the one in control of it. You are directing the messages. So if, let's say, you're looking at focus on your day, you wake up in the morning and immediately you might be thinking of the good, looking into your bed and thinking, oh, this bed's so comfortable. Or you might be thinking, oh, I've got to get out of my comfortable bed. Now, all of these things are going to have an effect on you, whether you like it or not, whether you accept it, whether you ever accept that you can change it. It's all having an effect on you. The simple truth is, your focus is getting built and stacked and redirected and moved on and pushed to a different level or pushed down to a lower level all day long, every day. Now, the only way you can start to take some handle on it, it's only to listen to it and appreciate that it's happening. And then you can actually take some focus on it. Have you ever just stood up, looked up at the sky and marveled? Just looked up at it and thought, wow, we are just so small in this universe. And isn't it wonderful, all the different formats, all the different manifestations of life that we have on this planet? Have you ever done that? you see, there's a freeing side in doing things like that, because you free yourself from this so-called social world that we live in, this so-called controlled world that we live in, this so-called economic world that we live in. All of those rules and restraints trying to control you, you just let go of it and be alive. It's a great feeling to have, and it can help you to find your focus. You need to understand that nothing happens in a day, nothing that is exceedingly great, but everything that's exceedingly great starts in a moment, which is something you can't even really count, but it's just a moment. You might not even notice the moment. You might not even appreciate that it happened, but because of a moment, you turn in a different direction. And how you keep your focus going in that direction is first by paying attention to it, seeing what words you're using, how often you're using them. Check your feelings. How am I feeling now? And try to make sure that you allow yourself to see a good result, because that's what it could come down to, simply allowing yourself to not be trapped in the pain and the fears of what could go wrong, and allowing yourself to be excited and happily embrace all of the things that are going to go right. So check on your focus, people. First thing to do, listen to your thoughts. See how you are thinking. Second thing to do, let your feelings be your guide. You're feeling good, you're going to think and be able to do something good. You're feeling bad, you might not want to do anything at all. And good on you, because you're feeling bad, you're not going to give your best at whatever you do. And number 3, don't try to make it happen in a day. Appreciate moments change things. And don't try to go with the flow. Create the flow from within your own mind. Let your daily flow, one day at a time, be something that looks for the good and tries to accept that the bad may not be bad. It might just be something that's happening that you either aren't ready for or don't really understand. So let your mind be free. Focus on your good and you'll watch it happen. Believe you me. And then you want to happen again. You want it to happen again. And then you will just keep on making good things happen. Small, medium, big, no matter what it is, you won't be measuring the size of it. You will be embracing the feeling of goodness.